Well, I think it was 2012. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was taken by my people who does all our charities and various help programs. And I visited the Singapore Youth Center, and I plan to spend, because I'm quite busy, I was planning to spend about maybe 1 hour, and I end up, I think I did stay maybe 3 hours. So I was quite impressed with what I saw. I had lunch with the youth, spent time with them, spoke to them, and I came away quite impressed with the program.
We have some visitors. I'll go around and introduce everyone, and then we can point out on the map where they're from. So we have people from all over the world.
So traditionally we had community centers, and we wanted to have community centers in Malaysia. So we came up with a project called Project 100. Project 100 is to establish 100 community centers throughout the rural and semi-urban underserved communities in Malaysia, all over the country, nationwide. We wanted to serve every and any community, right from the Orang Asli, the indigenous communities, to the island communities, to the coastal communities, to the central, any communities, right from semi-urban to extreme rural. And the whole idea of Project 100 is to provide educational services to communities. And the first thing was to teach English and eventually IT. What we did was we partnered with Tan Sri Vincent and his Better Malaysia Foundation to be able to get the support and the funding to implement, because this is a great, huge initiative. It has never been done anywhere else that we are aware of before, and in such a short time to establish from we had 5 community centers to now 100 was a great task. And the first thing we do is we developed a model where we wanted to teach housewives besides youth and children. So housewives in the morning, we realized our teachers would live in the communities, they would be based there, because that's the best way to do it. We can't do this coming and going every day, so we live there. The first thing is we teach housewives in the morning. The second thing is we teach children who finish school earlier, they come. Later afternoon, youths, and then at night we teach working adults. This way we could teach everyone in that community English and life skills.
Now, so the stone, when the the stone get the fire, see is already, so he tried to crack the stone, 2 stones, to get the fire.
I think for myself and for many people, one of the best parts about SOLS is the community. Both within SOLS, you have so many really passionate, really motivated individuals that you can see when you talk with them that their heart is really in the right place, that they want to serve, either it's their country, or they want to come with skills and be able to connect more with these, maybe underserved communities. And you really see that when you get out of KL and into the communities. You see how grateful the students are. Just always bringing so much food, opening their houses. I think that's really been the best part for me, is just being able to connect with the people.
Even though I came from a poor family who couldn't afford private education, so I learned English in a government-sponsored school, and I feel English is very, very important. So that's why I decided to sort of support this organization, and as I said earlier, I became successful and wealthy, and I believe that the English language helped me a lot.
Uncountable. Give me examples. Water, oil, sugar, salt, rice. Imagine counting rice.
I think basically the provision of free, so to say, sponsored English language learning is a good thing. And the other thing is that there is no constraints of an exam or an assessment. It's basically just people coming to learn from scratch how to speak, how to interact. I think that's the good part about it.
Yes. So slide this one together.
I think without the partnership of and the vision actually of Tan Sri Vincent Tan. So Tan Sri Vincent Tan is so passionate about English because he truly believes, and this is not for media or this, he truly believes that English has transformed his life, has given him one of the most fundamental tools for his business. Of course, there are many other characteristics, but one of the core or the core tool was English to be able to communicate internationally. And he's not just passionate, he's actually putting his money where his mouth is. So he's investing these millions to help as many underserved communities, as many people in the communities to be able to truly master the language, which will hopefully give them a much better chance at employability. It will give them a much better chance at having a better life. And only through his partnership were we able to do this.
Well, when I was there, I was very impressed with the English language. I spoke to many of them and found out that they only learned English like 4 or 5 months, some 6 months ago, and they could speak. So I was very impressed with that, and I thought this would be a good program to support in learning English. And of course, they teach other skills. But to me, English was the thing that really attracted me to support this organization, because I'm a firm believer in the English language. I believe that English language is an important language that everyone should know, and it is an economic language.
Yes.
So what we did was we realized that we had a good program and we had very good funding, and now we could be able to provide this opportunity to the world and tell anyone in the world, if you're interested in community development, grassroots impact, and education, please come and join us. So we started putting it on the internet, we started putting it on Facebook, on the website, and step by step, we started getting applications on Idealist, go abroad. We put it as many places as we could think of, and that's when we started getting people. And we had so many amazing people who joined us, who came on board and started the program. And we have learned so many things along the way, both good and bad, what to do, what not to do, because there is no model to copy. We had to start from scratch. We made a lot of mistakes, but we also learned so much. And I think, in a year and a half, we've made amazing development where we've grown to such enormous numbers.
My favorite color is colorful. My name is Jumari. I am 12 years old. 11 years old. My favorite food is nasi lemak. My favorite color is green.
Thank you.
My school teaches children. I attending the SOLS class. If when I ask them the feedback, the children sometimes talk in English back home. The Malay students, then standard 4, standard 2, so they are very happy.
So I think SOLS program, SOLS 24/7 program of teaching English will be very useful for them after they learn the so-called English in the public school. They can come to SOLS 24, then they will really be good.
So you can have an amazing idea, you can have an amazing solution, you can actually have a great product, but without the right funding, without the right marketing, without the right support, the product will forever remain a secret, forever remain a mystery. Thanks to him, thanks to the Better Malaysia Foundation, thanks to the Berjaya Cares Foundation and the Berjaya Group, because we also work with different parts of the group, we have truly been able to bring our product, to bring our service, and serve the entire country.
Very strong. Can you write a note? Okay. So the next one, panas. Hot. So what do you say? Too hot. Okay.
First, they thought that it is just a pastime for them to get away from the classroom, and here at SOLS they could speak more freely, and not only of English, also of different things they want to know. But I told them that SOLS, we have our subjects, and with that we also will include 10-15 minutes of other conversations we can have, and they like that. And at first they couldn't converse in English much, they couldn't complete much sentences, but after almost 2 months now, they can converse well and they use difficult words, and which makes me very happy. And I have very naughty boys who have turned over the leaf and they are becoming good boys. And one of that boy has become the star of the month, and he made me really proud.
And it's an extremely empowering and an inspiring way to truly bring services, to bring solutions to the communities. And this is something that makes us very passionate, makes us believe that, finally we have found someone who is willing to stand by us in a very big way. It's not just, he supports us, the entire Berjaya group, the different divisions, even the senior managers in all these departments, the senior leaders, they've been fantastic, in truly wanting to make a change. And to me, this is a great way forward, where these three sectors have to work together to implement solutions for the 21st century. We cannot operate in silos anymore, because all of us have very great input into the solutions.
I'm personally very happy with what SOLS 24/7 has achieved. And I think over the longer term, or as soon as it's possible, we should bring SOLS 24/7 to everywhere in the world. For example, we can bring it to Asian countries, we can bring it to Indonesia, teach more Indonesian to speak English, bring it to Vietnam, teach more Vietnamese to speak English, bring it to Cambodia, to Laos, many other countries. And of course, we can also bring it to European countries. We can bring it to the poorer European countries like Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, and even to Italy, to Spain. Even my personal experience, many Spanish and Italian that I have met can't speak English. And I'm sure a lot would like to have this, because some of the countries' economy not doing well. They would like to have free English education. And SOLS 24 can be done if we can get sponsors to assist us. We can bring this program there and help more people in the world to speak English, so that, like I said earlier, if more people can communicate in one language, there will be better peace and harmony in the world. and it's good for the world.